I was planning to create this video for a long time, and now we're finally going to talk about this iconic model from Puma that actually sparked my initial love for sneakers back in the early 80s. Hey guys, welcome back to a Kicks Business channel, and today we're talking about the legendary Puma GV, or GV Special, how Puma is called it now. And this was one of the sneakers, or maybe one of the very first sneakers that sparked the love towards the industry, or towards the footwear, or towards the sneakers when I was a kid in the early 80s. And it's been a long time since I want to make a video about this shoe, because I have tons of pairs of these and I absolutely love them. And this is one of the most iconic shoes that Puma is consistently releasing every single year with new colorways, new materials, new collaborations. They're keeping the spirit alive with this model, and I'm super happy that that's happening because the shoe has a long legacy. So early 80s, the shoe was kind of a signature tennis model for Guillermo Vilas, which was a Argentinian tennis player, and at the time he was making a lot of great stuff on the court. But when this shoe became a global phenomenon and started being sold and distributed even on the Eastern Europe where I grew up, that silhouette was great and it was recognized across everybody, and it was on par with another legendary model from Adidas, the Grand Prix. Unfortunately, I don't have a pair of it, but hopefully one day Adidas will release them again. This is one of my most desired shoes to see coming back. Those that know the model, you're probably gonna see it. If you don't know it, I'll post a picture somewhere over here, so maybe it kind of refreshes your memory. But it was the most popular sneaker in the early 80s at the Eastern Bloc, so a lot of people were desiring it. So back to the GV, they were super popular. And where I was growing up in Bulgaria at the time, this shoe actually was planned to be produced by the government, but the contract between Puma and the Bulgarian communist government at the time fell through for some reason. And what the Bulgarian government did is they kept the silhouette of the shoe without the Puma, obviously branding, without the Puma logo, and they turned it into a different brand called Training. So right here, instead of Puma, it was saying Training. There was like a stripe down, but the outsole, the shape, everything was exactly the same. And that shoe, again, was highly sought after because of the nature of the shoe at the time and the GV at the time. So at the time, this shoe was entirely made of thick, genuine leather, and I'm talking about really thick, indestructible genuine leather, which you could have kick rocks all year round and it's barely gonna make a dent on it. And the same exact leather was done with the Training. Obviously, most of the sneakers at the time were made in a genuine leather all around. This was kind of the thing, and kind of across all industries, all companies were trying to make a product that lasts you forever, and the GV was no different. Nowadays, obviously, there's a lot of versions of it. You know, there's some versions that Puma are selling with entirely genuine leather. They're much more expensive. There's even a version that it's like $200+. I don't know what the deal with that one is, other than the leather, what's so special about it. But there's some, they're running around 100, 110, 120, and they're entirely made of leather. Now, these versions that I'm showing you right here, this is kind of like simplistic white and black, and this one is the New York City edition, and it has some New York City specific insignias and stuff like that, Empire State Building, this and that and the third. But these specific ones, these are around $90, $100 new. And what's specific about this shoe is the forefoot here is entirely genuine leather. Again, very nice, very thick. I appreciate that. We have the Puma logo on both lateral and medial side, which is also genuine leather. The reinforcement around the lace loops is genuine leather, and the little notch on the back where the Puma logo is displayed, this is also genuine leather. But the side paneling, both lateral and medial side, plus the tongue, is synthetic leather. And this is kind of where they are saving the money right here. You're gonna see them on the close-ups. It's very obvious when you touch a genuine leather and when you touch synthetic. The synthetic doesn't crease. It's just a very plasticky feeling. And this kind of contributes to, you know, not as premium feel or look of the shoe. But what matters here is they kept the genuine leather on the forefoot, and this is where the genuine leather needs to be. And I'm glad that they did this, because where your foot creases, where it needs to be broken down, where most of the moisture is accumulated, is the forefoot right here, where where your toes are. So the leather there is great. It's still very good. Well, obviously not as good as 80s thick genuine leather, but still is very nice, very thick, and thicker than some other shoes that I've seen from much more expensive brands out there. Now, speaking of that, inner liner here, back in the day, again, it was genuine leather, and I'm sure some versions of the GV has genuine leather inner liner. This one is synthetic on both, similar to what we have on the Reebok Answer 4 and 5. And these are both produced in 2019. They have a little bit of different labels, but what's interesting is they put now these insoles, which I absolutely love. These Puma insoles, they're these polyurethane, very soft, very plush, and super comfortable insoles. I've seen them across many models from Puma. They're kind of sculptured, a little more support for the arch, and these provide most of the comfort here on these shoes because the midsole and the outsole are rubber. So we don't have EVA here, we don't have any fancy foams, we just have good old-fashioned rubber, and this is a thick rubber. And that's one of the things about the GV and the original GV that was so well built that you could run these to the ground. I'm saying you can play soccer on the outside, kick rocks, do whatever. The outsole is 3-4 millimeters thick. By the time you run through the outsole and you reach the midsole, which is also solid rubber, you're not gonna have any problems. You can wear these, if your foot doesn't grow, you can wear these for years and you're not gonna run them through the ground. Outsole completely herringbone, a little grooves over here on the arch. And I like this touch that Puma keep putting the size of it on the outside, and the size is a UK size, not the US size. This was kind of a prominent feature back in the day. The size of the shoe to be displayed somewhere on the outside of it. But yeah, these have been released every single year, all the time. And if you go to Puma's website right now, you're gonna find at least 5-6 different versions and colorways and combinations. They have some with Cordura, they have some with suede, they have some with leather, they have these kind of combination ones. So this is kind of the bread and butter for the company when it comes to classic shoes, similar to what Reebok is doing with the Club C. Maybe let me see what Nike is doing with now the Mac Attack. Maybe some other models, they are constantly being released like that. They don't feature much technology, but they have a huge fan following because of the legacy of the shoe. And again, this was kind of like my initial love for sneakers and athletic footwear, early 80s. As early as I can remember, I was maybe 6-7 years old when I saw these on feet of a person. And I think this was kind of like the colorway I saw. It was white, maybe with black, maybe with some other color, but it was extremely simple, yet they were completely different to anything else we were accustomed wearing at the time, which they were all basic canvas shoes that pretty much everybody around wore for athletic activities. But these were just built as tanks. And since then, I love this model. Every once in a while, I'll grab a pair. I have several of them. I'll wear them. And these are probably one of the best winter kind of low top shoes because super high midsole, protects you from rain, kind of if you step on a puddle or stuff like that. Leather upper, keeps you a little bit warmer. So it's definitely, it can be styled with anything. You can throw these with jeans and something like that, and they will look great. At the same time, with these insoles put in, they're super comfortable, and I have to say, Puma, keep releasing those. I think the legacy behind this sneaker is so big. I love everything about it. Hopefully soon I will grab another pair. Actually, I've wanted to grab one of those that it's completely, entirely genuine leather, in and out, the tone, the outside panels to kind of match my memories, what I remember this shoe from the early 80s. I'll probably throw another video for you guys to see the materials there, but they're still keeping the spirit alive. I'm super happy about it. So yeah, big thumbs up for Puma. Thank you guys for sticking out with me in the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Check out some of the other videos coming very soon. There are a ton more indeed being produced right now. I'm going to try to release a video every day or every other day to keep you informed on all the pickups that I just got. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Till next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.